8 more YouTube videos scheduled until I give birth. Just let me be, okay? It's my first baby. Just let me be. Genuinely, my biggest tip and advice is... I didn't even go to do an introduction. Hello. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be doing a 3rd trimester vlog. I don't know if this will be like the first of 2 or the first of 3. But I'm going to do a 3rd trimester vlog because I've just finished my 2nd one. It's like the final stretch, so I feel like it's really good to document everything. Because I would love to look back at this in a year's time and be like with my baby and just look back on like these videos, even though they're very like homey, they're very like maybe a little bit anticlimactic at times, but nonetheless. I'm just doing my favourite part of the week pretty much, which is filling in my journal. Oh, swelling. My swelling has started with, honestly, it is awful. Like, I honestly feel like my circulation's being cut off half the time. Even when I know I have to elevate my legs more, but even when I do, it doesn't help a great much because I'm just at that point where you just have so much extra fluid. I'm just glad that my face isn't holding a lot yet. Obviously, at one point it will, or I might look at this video in like a few months time and look back and think, oh god, she was already a little bit swollen there. But honestly, like, it's hard when you're used to your face day to day and then you don't realize quite how bad it gets until you then give birth and then think, oh, she's skinny, she's got a jawline. Kicking in the cervix, I remember that was horrible. It's such a strange sensation. Nausea, oh my god, my nausea has come back. It is so bad. And I mean, like, there's been points where I'm like, why have I entered into my 1st trimester again? I did a TikTok on this and I've heard loads about it. Like, everyone says in the 3rd trimester, sometimes it just feels like you're going back in your first. And I even had moments at, like, I remember it must have been like 21, 22, 23 weeks where I felt, oh god, I did not feel good. So I don't know if it's kind of like a periodic thing. I know you have like surges in your hormones across your whole pregnancy, so I don't know if, like, obviously the beginning is like a one big fat surge because it starts from 0, but I think maybe there's like, there must just be moments in your pregnancy where the hormones go in at a bit of a, they have a game plan. Acid reflux, that's what I need to put. Acid reflux. Oh my god, so hard to lay down, because trying to lay down when you have acid reflux, oh, was it yesterday? No, it was the night before yesterday. I drank milk, so I had Nesquik, you know that Nesquik strawberry milkshake? I had that 2 glasses of it that day, maybe 2 or 3 at most, and that sent me into, I felt ill that evening, and I mean ill. Oh my god, my acne on face, that's not been fun. Although I do feel like my acne's cleared up from the 1st trimester, but I have had a few little, my forehead and chin have had a couple come back, which is obviously hormone related, especially in your chin, that's very hormone related. And I've had a more of a spotty chin, I would say, during pregnancy than I usually do pre-pregnancy. And really start to feel the weight of you, because it is pretty much wearing me down. And your head in my pelvis. Cravings. I've had spaghetti bolognese for the last like 5 days. Spaghetti. I've got some stuff to do tonight. I mean, I've not got to do it tonight. I'm just like in the mood to do it tonight. So let's do it together, okay? Let's do it together. I've already put like literally right now I have on my nursing bra. I did a SHEIN order, so I'm going to show you what I got. See, this is like one of them tops that's meant to be like off the shoulder and then it like cinches in at the waist, but I mean, it fits me really nicely and it fits a bump so nicely, but It's just the off the shoulder bit doesn't quite reach off the shoulder. I don't know if I could stretch that out a little bit. I'm not sure how that works. And then I ordered this lounge set, and I think this is really, really good quality. I'm just gonna say that right now. This is a beautiful quality. Again, it's like cinched in at the sides. And I really, really want to wear that for going home. I've got that, and I've got these trousers. I'll show you, it's all a set, and then I'll show you what my intentions are for going home. These loose fitting trousers, it's like these, and they're quite like, they're like thick, but they're elasticated, like, I think you can tell. And they're like wide leg or like straight leg, but they're like, you know when you could just tell a pair of bottoms are comfy. This is a gown. So this is what I want to labour in, and this is so, it's just so thick. Like SHEIN is obviously really hit or miss, but that is so thick, and I'm going to wear that in labour with like something like this, like a nursing bra. I'm gonna get, I have these, but I'm probably gonna get some Primark ones. These ones are in a size large, and they just fit me, and I still have small chest. I'm still a small chest, so I would really recommend that sizing up. Like I thought a large was gonna be a bit like, oh, I don't want it to like look like, make me look like I've really got no boobs and then just be saggy. But I do think these are really good pre-pregnancy? For pregnancy. I got a pack of nappies, have this like that in my hospital bag. I'm gonna take this, and then I'm gonna take a pack of Pampers size 0, which is for like little babies. But I'm also taking these because I don't know how big he's gonna be. Oh yeah, what I was gonna do with that outfit, the blue outfit, the vest and the bottoms, and then I was thinking like a cardigan, like a knitted cardigan. Obviously everyone's been buying those Primark ones recently, so I think I'm gonna get one of them. Then I bought, this is just loads of Ziploc bags, loads for the hospital, and I thought obviously that's really good. They're literally all different sizes, so like I could put his little like mittens and socks in this, so they've got good sizes, because obviously things like mittens and socks, if you just put them in a bag, they're gonna get lost. And then I bought this nappy caddy literally off SHEIN. I think this is such a good bargain. Like it wouldn't have been more than like a few quid. Let me just check. I'm gonna show you, this is a portable changing mat. Again, it's from SHEIN, so take what you will with like what it's worth. It's actually a decent size, but it is very like, probably this would do like newborn up to maybe like, I wanna say 3 to 6. To be on the safe side, I would say up to like 6 months, which is obviously good. So that was £2.61. So I was like, how can I not? The bags, the storage bags, were literally £1.33 each. The nappy caddy, £4.91. I got a adhesive sticky bra. Now this is sticky. It's a bit of a weird one, but it's a sticky bra. Gonna take it. £1.17. That t-shirt off the shoulder thing, £5.42, can't go wrong. You know what, the blue set, so the gown, the trousers and the vest, £14. I think that is just incredible. The nursing bras, £9.75, but for 5 of them, and they're all like nudie colours. And then I got my baby shower dress, which was £8.92. So the most expensive thing was that blue set, but it was so gorge. Oh, I've got these labels to put on the things. It's originally from Primark, but someone's selling this of vintage, and it's like, I think she said it's not been worn. Yeah, there's still like the tag thing in it. So this has not been worn, but I needed a newborn coat because I have 0 to 3, and I have, yeah, I just have 0 to 3, I think, in coats. So I needed a newborn one. Look how cute that one is. Welcome back to a new video. I'm so out of breath. But this one's going to be, we're going to do a lot of nesting, I think. Not maybe, yeah, nesting, organising. Just preparing for his arrival. Next week I need to go out and get a suitcase for the hospital bag, so my mum's going to help me with that. Once I have the hospital bag, I can pack it. I mean, I don't have everything for it, God forbid, but I can start it. And I will do a whole video on that. As a first time mum, so scary. I have to push a baby out my vagina. The closer you get to giving birth, you do start to realise, oh, you get in your head. But I've got a hypnobirthing book I need to read, and obviously a lot of people would probably think that's a load of heebie-jeebie, but I do want to at least try and read some stuff and invest myself into like the mental capacity of like, you know, they say like, a lot of it, like, you need to have a good mental on it, you know? You need to be good mentally because it does help you physically. Obviously there's some like mitigating circumstances that like, that wouldn't happen, but I want to try and be as mentally prepared as well as physical. This is not the angle, is it? I mean, if I put this back here, does that improve it? A little bit. I've got my hair in a bun, so she has got a little slick back going on. At this angle, my belly really like, it's so weird. I still have that like belly dysmorphia where I just feel like I'm bigger than I think I am. But in my brain, I'm like, I don't look full term, or I'm not full term, but I don't look, you know, like I only have 10 weeks left. But then I see myself in a photo or like at this angle on the viewfinder, and I'm like, she looks very pregnant, but in my head I don't. Your brain kind of is on catch-up mode constantly. And then obviously, like once you give birth, I think the opposite kind of happens. Like you always feel like you're bigger than you are. I'm waiting till I get paid to do anything, to get my hospital bag, to get the rest of my hospital bag things to put inside. I need to get one more pair of pajamas from Primark. And I think I'm gonna, like I said, get another pack of nursing bras. I do need to invest in some underwear, like disposable underwear, like adult nappies. I've got 20 pads that are designed for up to 2-week use, but I need to really, I also need to go Home Bargains and stock up on their, you know, the Always 3D pads, like the thicker ones, because I used them for my period before, like when I was like heavy, I would use those thick ones, so I think I'm gonna pick up a lot of them. I need to go on Amazon and buy the plaques. You know, you've got like the Hello World, and then I'm gonna get another one that has like the weight, height, that sort of thing, or length. So I'm gonna get them plaques because I'm gonna have a public announcement and a private announcement. I'm gonna have his first name's gonna be on Instagram and obviously YouTube and all of that. I don't think I'm gonna withdraw from sharing his name, but just for the announcement purposes. So like anyone that comes across my profile, they would just know his first name. They wouldn't know his middle names or his last name, although they probably know his last name because he has my last name. But it's not like I'm hiding it, it's just I want to do it a bit more generic for Instagram. It's just how I feel, it's just what I'm comfortable with. And then I'll do on Facebook, because Facebook is full of everyone like I know or I've met in person, or it's like family or family friends. So that makes more sense for me to then put the other one with the different plaque that has probably his full name, I'm not sure yet, but maybe his full name and then obviously his weight, when he was born, yada yada yada. I really do want to get a nice outfit so that I can do an announcement video for Instagram Reels. I've never posted a reel before, so this would be my first ever reel. But I want to create a reel because on Instagram you can use sounds, you can use whatever sound you want, you're not going to get copyrighted. That's my number one thing about YouTube, is that you can get copyrighted for using music. I wish you could just use it freely, but obviously it's not that easy. I've just been chilling. I've been watching Therapist, is my favourite podcast of all time. Therapist, I love GK Barry's, I love Joe Baggs. What other podcasts do I watch? I love Paul Brunson. He was a expert in maths, so Married at First Sight. Love his, because he's done ones with like really cool people. Jamie Lang and Sophie, I love their podcast. I like his one he does on his own, is it called Great Company? I love Sophie and Melissa's, and then I have to say my favourite is Sophie and Jamie's together. And the one they just did with Catherine, It's so funny. But I'm finally getting to the point where when I go on TikTok and when I go on Instagram, it's like people are announcing they're pregnant, or people are saying like what their symptoms are or whatever gestation they are, and I'm now ahead of them, because I feel like it's so frustrating sometimes when you're right at the beginning. It's like, especially like before you've announced, you've got all these people at like 39 weeks and you're like, oh my god, I wish I was there. And it's like, now I'm nearing the end, it's quite nice to feel like, oh, I'm at quite a substantial point where I can actually give advice to the people that are like not as far along as me. If you are pregnant and watching this, my biggest tip, like genuinely my biggest tip and advice, is to go onto Facebook and find a group chat. I don't know if I've said this, but yeah, find a group chat of people that are due the same month as you. It is the most helpful thing in the world, genuinely. Everyone is sharing their advice. Obviously, everyone's going to be in like the same 4-week bracket as you, so you can all have that level of relatability. People share ideas, everything. Just make sure if you're in the UK, you get into a UK one. If you're in the US, you get a US one. It's not super important, obviously, for advice, but it does really, really help when people talk about midwives. Because when I have 2, and one of them that I'm on is very American based, so I need to leave that one because it's just not, it's not suitable. Because the UK one obviously is in line with, like when I have a midwife appointment, everyone else in that group chat also had theirs at the same week. Everyone's having scans at similar weeks, or at least in the same ones as mine, and then some people are obviously having more. Just any advice is better to have from, oh my god, I can feel him there. It's like literally he's there. So like if I poke, I would push him. Which is kind of scary. I don't like that. Yeah, it just helps. I'm so exhausted, man. So exhausted, so tired. I literally woke up at 11:30. I mean, I woke up at like 10:30, but then I went back to sleep and then woke up at 11:30. And then tomorrow I have a completely free day as well, so I'm probably just gonna lounge and do nothing all day, because that's literally my favourite thing to do apparently. Needed to do some food, because I've been having spaghetti bolognese for the past week, straight, every single day. And cheese and crackers every single day. And Cocoa Pops and Pop-Tarts every single day. So I think it's time for a change. But yeah. I've just been looking though at loads of like personalised blankets and jumpers and stuff like that, and I'm really excited, but obviously I don't want to order anything or get anything set in stone, because you never know. This set is so comfy. I'm going to go try on the gown as well in a minute, just see what it feels like, just see what it fits like, because I really want to wear that in labour. And I was looking on SHEIN at other colours. I wanted to have a little talk because I'm so real. I'm someone that just really wants to be like strong-headed all the time, and very, I don't know what the word is, but I always want to feel like I'm just really emotionally strong and I just do what I want, and I'm just very true to myself, down to earth, honest, to the point, you know, all of them things. And it's just, at the moment, there's a lot of people that probably have certain opinions of me. Yeah, there's just people that clearly have, I think, certain opinions, and they're not obviously true opinions, but I'm not involved in their lives, so I will never probably know what their actual opinions are of me. But I just think sometimes it's like hard, because I put pressure on myself to feel like everyone's, like I want everyone to just think like, oh my god, she's so strong, or she's just, I just want people to have a really good, you know, connotation on me. And at the moment I'm just not feeling that. I shouldn't care, okay, I know that I shouldn't care, but sometimes I just do. Sometimes I just do care, and then I feel like bollocks. I've got parts of my life at the moment that are just so up in the air, and obviously I'm in pregnancy groups and I'm seeing that everyone is so like, seems to be so grounded and so like getting everything prepared, and where I've got certain things that are just not finalised and still in progress, I'm constantly just here, there and everywhere mentally, because I'm like, I feel like I just can't, my brain can't settle yet. Things will look up, things will get better, it's just a matter of time. I just hope it doesn't take too long, because I feel like I am driving myself insane a bit, but I'm gonna go have a shower and chill and I don't know, maybe go to the shop because I want to get snacks. I want to get some fruit or something. I want to buy something. This is a sign that things get better, I guess, and we all have shit days, even if sometimes on social media and on everything it looks like we are very much grounded, even though on my social media I'm very real with you, so you won't have anyone lying over it. But oh my god, I nearly just broke my camera. That was lovely. If we're going with a, oh god, I hate the sound of my voice when I have my hood up, that's really gross. And also, I feel like I just look interesting. Who is she? I wanted to do a little third trimester update, obviously, because that's what this vlog's about. Tomorrow I should have a haul for you for some little, I might go get some little bits out in town. I'm so out of breath. I'm not joking. I've just turned this camera on to talk and I have to catch my breath talking. I'm sat down. I've not gotten up. I mean, I got up to put this hoodie on. I am so out of breath. It feels like someone is standing on your lungs, and that's no exaggeration. It feels like someone, you know, when someone puts all the their dead weight on you. That's what it feels like. That I feel like I'm starting to get more emotional because I get really overstimulated and overwhelmed with how I'm feeling. You get to a point where, or I've gotten to a point where I get tired, I get exhausted, I'm out of breath, and everything piled up on top of another really does start to get to you. I can feel myself just being more demotivated, negative, and negative about the future as well for when he's here and stuff. But I've just got to remember, like, I think it's just the physical part of pregnancy is taking a toll on the mental part. The other night it looked like he dropped a little bit. He is quite low, I will say. He is quite a low baby. I mean, I'm having a boy and that is kind of like the trend, but I will say he does look quite low, even for, I'm only a couple of weeks into my third trimester. Well, I'm 8 months now. So, well, I'm about to be 8 months. So I think it is getting to the time where you do start dropping, you're heavier. I have to physically like pull myself out of bed now. Like I can't use my weight to get out of bed. That's really annoying. My teeth just aren't staying the right colour as well. Like they just don't look the right colour whatsoever. They're starting to like discolour almost. And I saw this get spoken about, sorry the chair keeps squeaking. I saw this get spoken about on Sophie and Jamie's podcast called Nearly Parents, where she said like she felt like her teeth were going grey. I don't know, it's just really strange and I don't like it. My mum's telling me about how she wants to dye her hair and how she's going to have it for my baby shower. I told my mum to do like the quiff, you know, the little quiff in that mums do in their hair, because I feel like it's just a mum look and it suits her. And she just does it, she just suits it really well. I feel like I wouldn't be able to, my hair's like really thin and it's almost like flimsy. I feel like I wouldn't be able to do a quiff in my hair. Maybe with like a lot of hairspray. Like if I really think about it, I could have like 8 more vlogs or like 8 more YouTube videos scheduled until I give birth. I just want to be at the moment where I'm looking back at this in about 10 weeks time with him. I mean, 10 weeks time. In 10 weeks time, he could still be in my belly. Just about, but he could still be in. I do not want him in beyond my birthday. I would rather be postpartum on my birthday than heavily pregnant. I would rather be postpartum. I would rather be bleeding than big, fat and round. You know what pregnancy is? Pregnancy is not liking food that you know you like, and your appetite is just suppressed and picky. Oh god, that's not a good look. Your appetite is just different. foods that you know you normally like, you're now fussy with. So, I just hate like your appetite changing. It's just so annoying. I really hope that my eating gets better once I give birth, because hello, until now it's just been shocking. It's never gone back to normal. I've never been able to just eat whatever. Also, I'm really irritable. I think that's a symptom this week. I don't know if that's a symptom or it's just me, but I'm quite an irritable person anyway. That's a great thing to admit, but this week a bit more than usual. But at least I've got my headphones back because I had them at my mum's, so got my headphones back. Right, every time I have my hair straight, obviously it gets really gross, so I'm gonna try and brush it because my hair is so thin, it just it just doesn't sit nicely. As soon as there's any wind, literally any weather, or I just sit down for like 5 minutes, my hair just goes like horrible and then just like clumps together, and it doesn't look nice or presentable just because it's really thin and fine, and she just doesn't like to cooperate. So I'm going to show you, I bought a hospital bag. Now I have the weekend bag, which I'll show you actually. I have the weekend bag, which is this bag, which I've just been dumping everything into. It looks like this. It's quite big, obviously. It has like the big shoulder thing. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use that for all my like immediate stuff. So anything I really want in reach, so like chargers. Maybe I'll put like a couple pads in there, or like the adult nappies, like anything, like a couple of maybe some things, but like the bulk of everything is going to be in this suitcase. And she's a pretty tall suitcase, so she's 70 inches. She is 30 inches tall. She's a Slazenger one. I like how I just keep saying she, obviously. I mean, yeah, no, we can say she's a she. So it does have zips on the front. I'll put my maternity notes in this pouch at the front because it has a pouch here, and then it has like this one up here. So I think, if anything, I might have my phone in the top pouch and then my maternity notes in the bottom, because obviously I'm going to need my maternity notes. This is meant to be, right, brace yourself, this is meant to be £68, this suitcase. £68 full price. Guess how much I got it for? It has a different price on here to what it actually ended up coming out with at the till. I ended up getting it £6 cheaper, but £21 for a 30-inch suitcase, which I can use this if I ever go on holiday. I said to my mum I will be using this when I go to hers at Christmas, because at Christmas I will be staying at my parents'. So yeah, she's cute. I also rebought, this is the mascara I always use. It is my holy grail. Like, I'm not joking, I've repurchased this specific one. I know I have one right now. I don't know if I've got it in the past, but before that I got the purple version of this, and then before that one I'd gotten the yellow version of this. This one's just ultra dark because I like my lashes to be like bold. She has a curved wand. She is beautiful. And then I got this L'Oreal True Match concealer. Now, I don't know what colour this is going to come out as. Because I bought a L'Oreal concealer a few months ago, and it's just so white to the point where, like, she looks a bit scary. I want her to look a bit more natural, you know? Yeah, that looks light. That looks light, doesn't it? Oh, she blends well. She blends really well, actually. But I've been packing stuff in here thus far. Newborn sleep suits. I've got some nipple cream. Actually, what I want to do, because these are my nipple pads. They're quite bulky. I don't really know why they're that bulky, but I'm going to put this nipple cream in with them because obviously that just makes sense. Mama Bear nappies. This is 24 nappies. So I feel like people say they can use up to 12 a day. Not quite 12, but up to 12. So I've got to change my battery. Travel toothbrush. I'll find out about buying a new toothpaste and then like what seems convenient at the time, whether to like maybe just put the last of an old one in here, or if I do need to go out and just buy a mini one. I don't really want to though, because obviously one, consumerism, we like to be practical around here, and two, it's just expensive, you know, like that kind of links to consumerism, but it's just like, why am I buying a tiny one for the same price? It is just ridiculous. Oh, this is a fluffy blanket. I want to see if I can possibly, I don't know if I'll have the room. I want to see if I have the room to also put a cellular blanket. I think that's what they're called. But like, you know, like the, this is a fluffy one, but you know, like people use like the cotton. I don't know if it's cotton, but like, not wool, but the soft cotton-y with like all the little holes in them. You get the gist, hopefully. These are my 0 to 1 outfits, because I bought 2 0 to 1 outfits. One that I really want to take him home in, but obviously if he doesn't fit in 0 to 1, we might just have to put a baby grow under, a newborn one, put the it's like a ribbed bodysuit, but it's not got feet and hands bits in it, like it hasn't got the mitts and the feet built in, so it can just go over it. We're going to be optimistic. These are my muslins. I've got 2 small, 2 big booties to go home in, and some hats. There's currently 2 hats in here because there is a hat that came with one of the outfits. So technically I've got 3. I think I'll put the blue one on him first, because that can get dirty and a bit grimy if I put that on him. And then I'll have the nice fresh white one, and then hopefully at some point he will end up wearing the blue one, but I don't know. Mitts and socks. So they're in their separate ones. 2 pairs of mitts, 2 pairs of socks. I'm going to bring baby grows, so if it's really cold, I might put socks on him, or maybe because the booties, if they're a bit big, I might just put socks over just to bulk him up a little bit so they fit better. I still want him falling off. 2 pairs of mitts. Everything has, so far that I've put in there, both the baby grows have mitts built in, but obviously I'm going to be putting more baby grows in here, so I might find one that doesn't actually have the mitts built in. I've put my seagull socks in here. These are my bamboo socks I got on holiday. I might do that. Don't know, I might just put them in there because they're funky. And then a comforter. I've got dummies, but obviously they need sterilising first, but I've got them in there for now. I bought this from, I think it must have been from Superdrug. I got a moisturising lip balm in shea butter. And then also we have a little brush, just like, it might be nice in photos if he had his hair nice. I know it's just baby's hair, but just let me be, okay? It's my first baby. Just let me be. Let me overpack and mind your business. It's exciting that I can now start preparing a little bit more. When I got that 3-piece blue set from SHEIN, the gown is like a cardigan. It's not like a gown. For some reason I thought it was like, you know, like a wraparound with a tie. It's not. So, but I'm still gonna wear it home because cardigan, trousers, vest. It'll be a nice loungewear to go home in, because it's like it sits high. It would sit high up. Yeah, if I have a C-section, it won't be sitting on my scar. Yeah, you know. But we're not manifesting that. We want the birth that I have a preference for, but obviously, however he has to come out, he has to come out. I got my first lightning crotch last night. No thanks. Don't give me that again. That was horrible. I mean, I'm probably going to get it way, 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 way worse, and especially as time goes on, it's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. That was horrendous. I'm really hoping this vlog has enough substance to post it today. Otherwise, I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do. I've got a plan for next week. And then the week after, I'll do a haul for my baby shower because I want to have it done by end of September. I don't know did I speak about pregnancy like rhinitis, where I like just sneeze like 50 times a day? I absolutely hate it. And this will happen a couple of days a week. I'll just wake up with just like, not like, I don't know if it's like, it's almost like I'll wake up with a cold. It doesn't continue throughout the day. It's just like really prominent, like when I wake up. Also, I really need new jewellery. So I don't know whether, maybe next month, I might invest in some more Warren James jewellery. If you want jewellery, trust me, jewellery that's cheap, does not tarnish, does not discolour. Like I got a necklace as a gift for my 17th birthday. I wore it beyond, I think I didn't wear it for the first few months, but I I've worn it for at least like a year and a half straight, not taking it off. Call me dirty, don't care. And it's never discoloured or tarnished or anything, and it still looks good. It still looks fine. Like, there's no discolouring, there's nothing. I just really need new earrings. Necklaces and whatever, like, I might buy a necklace in November or December because I really want to get one of those like birthstone ones so that I can have like my birthstone and his birthstone, which very much could be the same birthstone. Most likely is going to be the same birthstone, which I think is really cute because it's like just me and him have the same birthstone. I just think that's really sweet. I really want to get like a cut. I don't want to cut my hair off by any means. I just want to get like a nice cut. So like, you know, like subtle layers, like maybe getting a longer fringe cut so that my fringe, both parts of my fringe like go to here. So if I ever have my hair up, I can have like two pieces. So like these pieces come down and they stop here. The only thing that hesitates me to do that is because obviously when my hair's bleached, it does break off. Like I've got this one bit is really annoying. Let me find it. Pregnancy is meant to make your hair really nice and really healthy and really smooth, but so far I've not had that experience. I feel like my hair's worse. Postpartum, my hair's gonna be awful. It's all gonna fall out. So I just thought pregnancy would be a little bit nicer to me, but apparently not. I always get this like burning tingling sensation up here, which is like, it's like from inside the uterus. Like I can feel it's not my actual stomach or like my digestive system. It's like my actual stomach, like my uterus. So the only thing I have to really guess that off is if he is constantly in the same spot for a while, which he probably is. Because until literally a few weeks ago, he was always in my right side. So maybe he was kind of like curved up towards the middle, but laying on the right. But obviously like now, I never know where he is. Like I couldn't tell you what position he's in. Because you can feel like a rough outline, but it's so hard to tell where his head is versus where his bum is, because that's kind of the only two like big things that you can kind of go off. But then I did have my midwife appointment yesterday, which I did say I was having. Went really well. I'm literally, every single appointment, I'm measuring exactly where I should be, which obviously I'm really surprised because my mum had such big babies, but there is a possibility that she had gestational diabetes in the first 3 and just didn't know, or maybe even in her second and third at least. But then I was £9.9. I was overdue, but I was £9.9, which is a very big baby. And my brother was 11.5 and he was only slightly late. And obviously £11.5 is a really big baby. So I've always been like, oh my God, it's just in my fate. Like I'm going to have a massive baby. I don't know what it's like to have a little baby, because when my siblings were born, my younger siblings, they were 18.13. It was not £18, 8.13 and 9.3. So that's still quite a chunky baby, you know, like that's practically £9 on both of them. So I've not had, and trust me, there is a difference between like a £7 and an £8 and a £9. They're all so different, because I held my cousin when he was born, or like a week after he was born, and at that point he was measuring or weighing even £6.13. And trust me, there is a big difference between like a £6.13 and an £8.13. It is just dramatic. People do say sometimes that bigger babies are easier to get out, but nonetheless, I don't really want a massive baby, okay? I don't really want a massive baby, and I don't want him to get stuck behind, like his shoulders to get stuck. I don't want that situation, because that situation is scary. There's just so many like what ifs and like things that you have to go into birth knowing anything could happen. That's the problem. You have to go in knowing you could get a C-section, you could be put under, you could lose a lot of blood, you can be really ill, you could have you've got like loads of different complications that can happen after, like infections, the liver thing, I think it's called HELP. There's so many different things that you can get preeclampsia after birth. There's just so much, and it's kind of scary, but the more you know the better, because the reason that people get so scared when they get pregnant a lot of the time is they don't know how to look after a baby. They don't know anything about pregnancy. They don't know any of the symptoms. They don't know about birth. Obviously, birth is terrifying. Even if you do have quite a bit of knowledge about it, it is still scary. But I think if you're watching this and you're pregnant and you're scared, just watch things and get so much knowledge. Obviously, some people that probably would cause more anxiety, but I think it's a lot better to know than not to know. I want to go in, have a water bath and gas and air, but if I go in there and I'm like, fuck me, I need pain relief, I'll just go on pain relief. So I think being open and being knowledgeable about it is the two things that I really urge anyone to be. And I've not even given birth yet, but where I've got so much knowledge, and I've got so much knowledge of babies and children as well from watching my siblings grow up and like looking after them, and especially like the younger two. I just feel like I've got a lot of knowledge on babies. Like I know newborn babies. I mean, I'm not that clued up on breastfeeding, but apart from that, I'm very, very clued up on like a newborn and how to change a newborn and how to, you know, handle a newborn. I'm not just gonna be like, you know, like them awkward dads where they're just like, just all very excited. I just want it to go by quicker because I've still got 2 months and it's a long time. I'm just excited for it all to be over and to be able to hold him and be like, I done it, woo! I just really want that, you know? I just really want it. Did I go by, I've got my suitcase down there, my hospital bag, which is just so exciting now. I'm so glad I have my suitcase because I really, really, really need to start packing my hospital bag soon, because obviously, yes, I have 2 months left, but like 2 months isn't a long time when you become full term at 37 weeks. You know, you become full term pretty much at 9 months, and I'm just about to hit 8 months. So anything can happen. And I think especially in the last couple months, you really need to be prepared for anything, because where it's my first baby, I've not got anything to go by. Like I've not got anything, there's no pattern or anything to go by. It's not like I've had 2 babies before and they've both been late, so I'm a bit more like, probably will be late. Or like you have a preterm labour, then I think you're more at risk of another preterm labour. It's just, I've got nothing to go by because this is my first, which is nice at the same time. But also it's like, I want to be prepared by 34 weeks because you just never know. I think to end it off, we'll do a little bump update, because I think, who doesn't want one? Can I do one from this angle, or is that too high up? I think that's too high up. Let's get a lower one. Let's get a lower one. I don't know actually where I could put you saying that. Let me just do it standing up, but look. We are now getting so big that obviously my belly's always hanging out. I mean, it's been hanging out probably since 20 weeks, but it is hanging out now. But yeah. Peace. I will see you all next week. Oh, hello. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one.